Imagine a model, an AI, right? Learning from 9 years of solar data. We're talking millions of images. Just so it can tell us when our sun might, decide to throw a tantrum.
Wow.
And not just predicting, but actually doing better than human experts by a pretty big margin.
16%, yeah.
Yeah, 16%. That's a really profound thought, isn't it? The sheer scale of that learning. Whoa.
It really is something else. And welcome, everyone, to the deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Our mission, like always, is to take this, stack of the latest insights, like the big newsletter we just got, and really pull out those key bits of knowledge. We want to make sure you're not just, hearing the news, but genuinely in the know about what's happening on the cutting edge of AI.
Yeah, get past the headlines.
Exactly. So today, we've got quite a journey planned. First up, we'll really unpack Google's big move with Gemini for Home. That's replacing Google Assistant.
Big change.
Huge. Then, we're taking a faster look, kind of rapid fire, at other critical AI developments happening across tech, finance, even education. Lots going on there.
Always.
And then finally, we'll circle back to that amazing solar AI we just mentioned, Surya, and dig into what it really means for us down here on Earth.
Okay, sounds good. So let's jump straight into that first big story, Google Gemini for Home.
Right.
I mean, for almost 10 years now, Google Assistant has been, a fixture in a lot of smart homes, right? Answering questions, turning lights on and off.
Yeah, the usual stuff.
The usual. But now it's officially being phased out.
End of an era, almost.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
And in its place, Google is introducing something called Gemini for Home. They're pitching it as this next generation AI assistant.
And honestly, listening to the details, it feels like way more than just an update. It feels like a fundamental shift.
How so?
Well, Gemini for Home is designed to be much smarter, way more conversational, and it's really built for those complex multi-step things that are just, part of running a busy household. Think of it less like that old smart speaker gimmick and more like a household AI co-pilot.
A co-pilot. I like that analogy. It feels fitting.
Yeah, it's like having a truly intelligent assistant there, almost anticipating what you need before you ask.
Okay, so co-pilot it is. What are some of the standout features then? What makes Gemini for Home so different, maybe more capable than what we've had before?
Okay, well, the media search is a huge leap forward. You know how you're trying to find a show, maybe you describe it kind of vaguely?
Oh, yeah.
And the old assistant just gives you that, did you mean this, dead end.
All the time.
Right. Gemini for Home is supposed to understand context and intent much better. So it finds exactly what you mean across all your different streaming services. No more guessing games.
I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah.
Honestly, my family spends half our movie night just trying to figure out where a show even lives or which service it's actually on. It's frustrating.
Exactly. It's that little friction point, right? It really takes the smart out of smart homes sometimes. And the smart home control itself is supposed to be far deeper, too. It can apparently reason through complex commands more naturally.
Reason through them.
Yeah, like connecting multiple devices without you having to spell out every single step. Imagine just saying, get the house ready for movie night.
Okay.
And it maybe dims the lights, lowers the blinds, turns on the TV to the right input, adjusts the thermostat, all seamlessly.
Huh?
It moves beyond just simple commands to actual integration based on the goal.
So it's really anticipating what you actually mean, not just reacting to the literal keywords you say. That feels like a pretty significant leap in understanding intent.
It truly is. And for families, they're saying it's a potential game changer for coordination. You can manage complex routines just using plain natural language.
Makes sense.
And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. You can say, hey, Google, let's chat. And then you drop the, hey, Google, wake word and just talk.
Oh, okay. So like a continuous conversation.
Exactly. It pulls information from search, your streaming platforms, all your connected devices all at once. It's a genuine conversational mode. It should feel much less like you're talking at a machine.
So it's going beyond just simple trivia, basically handling anything from complex questions to managing your whole home setup just through a flowing conversation. That sounds incredibly intuitive if it works well.
Yeah, if it works well.
When can people expect to see this actually rolling out into their homes?
Well, it's starting pretty soon. Gemini is set to replace Google Assistant on Nest speakers and smart displays. Early access is actually beginning in October.
Okay, this fall.
Yeah. And there will be both free and paid tiers, which is an interesting detail to watch.
Subscription AI in the home.
Could be. But the real significance here, I think, is what this means for the broader market. This shift really puts competitors like Alexa and Siri in a tough spot. If Gemini becomes the household sort of default AI brain, the one that really understands and connects everything, the entire category could shift overnight. It forces everyone else to step up their game significantly.
Right. Okay, so let's crystallize that. How fundamentally does this change our interaction with home technology?
Yeah, in short, it makes AI a truly conversational, intelligent home co-pilot. Okay, so now let's pivot a bit from the living room to the wider and frankly incredibly dynamic world of artificial intelligence.
And moving so fast.
It really is. It's such a fast-moving space, and we're seeing these rapid developments just, across the board.
It feels like every single day brings a new headline, sometimes several. It's hard to keep up. What are some of the most striking highlights from the sources we looked at today, beyond the smart home stuff?
Okay, well, let's start with coding agents. This is pretty interesting. A founder, John Rush, recently tested, get this, 61 different viral AI coding agents.
61?
Yeah. He created this really comprehensive list, put demos and notes together, and it apparently got over 1.1 million views in less than a day.
That's just wild. The sheer volume of interest in these tools is incredible.
It is. And just for anyone unfamiliar, AI coding agents are basically specialized AI programs. They can write code, help you write code, even debug human code sometimes.
Like digital assistants for developers?
Exactly. Like digital apprentices almost.
That is a massive response to his list. I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where the AI starts to wander off from the initial instructions or loses context halfway through. Trying to get really consistent output from these tools can be tricky.
I know what you mean.
So the idea of having a comprehensive, maybe vetted list of coding agents sounds incredibly helpful for a lot of people, myself included.
Absolutely. And moving into higher education for a sec, Anthropic just announced two pretty major moves. First, they're forming a higher education advisory board with leaders from top universities. Second, they've also launched 3 new, completely free AI fluency courses.
Oh, free. That's great.
Yeah, available for anyone to access. So that seems like a big push for making foundational AI concepts more accessible and better understood.
Free courses are always fantastic for broadening access to critical knowledge like this.
Yeah.
What else is making waves out there?
Well, Google also shared some really excellent use cases for their Gemma 3 270M model.
Ah, the compact one.
Exactly. Remember, that's a remarkably small and hyper-efficient AI. It's all about packing powerful AI into smaller packages.
Which is important. Why?
Well, it's crucial for running AI directly on devices, phones, laptops, maybe even cars, instead of always relying on the cloud. It expands accessibility and reduces the need for that massive cloud infrastructure for a lot of tasks. This whole on-device AI idea is a major step towards making AI more widespread and personalized.
Right. That efficiency piece is key for wider adoption and probably enables totally new capabilities too.
It truly is. Then there's the geopolitical angle, which is always simmering. Nvidia might be looking at losing billions. China has reportedly told its tech giants like Alibaba and ByteDance to ditch Nvidia's H20 chips.
Those are the watered-down ones, right? The ones designed to comply with U.S. export rules.
Exactly. The less powerful versions Nvidia made specifically for the Chinese market due to U.S. restrictions. But it seems China now views even those as, maybe an insulting concession they're not willing to make anymore, according to the reports.
Wow.
It just shows how sensitive the whole global tech landscape is and how political statements can have these huge ripple effects on business.
Indeed. The strategic implications of something like that are enormous. It impacts supply chains, national tech strategies, everything.
They really are. And, big tech just keeps making these massive deals. Meta just signed a $10 billion 6-year agreement to run its AI operations on Google Cloud.
$10 billion on a competitor's cloud.
Interestingly, Meta's stock dipped a bit after the news while Google's saw a little bump. This isn't just about a big check changing hands. It signals a really critical strategic choice, right? Even tech giants with vast infrastructure of their own are recognizing the specialized, frankly, enormous scale needed for advanced AI. They're choosing to partner, even with rivals.
So the market might be seeing it as Google gaining an edge in this AI infrastructure arms race.
That seems to be the read, yeah. Almost like Meta is becoming reliant on a competitor for something core to its future strategy.
That is a fascinating dynamic. Wow.
Precisely. And the fundraising. Oh, man, the fundraising frenzy just continues. Anthropic is reportedly raising $10 billion now.
10 billion? Didn't they just raise a huge round?
They did. They're apparently doubling their initial goals for this round. This could push its valuation to, well, an astounding $170 billion.
Whoa.
Yeah. With major investments already coming in from Iconic Capital and other big VCs, the amount of capital pouring into this AI space is just incredible.
It's a staggering figure. Truly reflects the market's, maybe hunger is the right word, for AI right now. We've also seen a few other quick but pretty notable things pop up.
Like what?
Well, Google's AI mode in search is now global.
Yeah.
Rolled out to 180 countries. That really makes AI search almost ubiquitous for information retrieval worldwide.
Right. Part of daily life now.
Yeah. And OpenAI executives are apparently claiming that their next model, maybe GPT-5 Pro, might even be able to prove new, interesting mathematical theorems.
Prove new math.
That's what they're hinting at, which, if true, that's not just mind-boggling. It potentially moves AI beyond just mimicking patterns into true original discovery.
That's a profound leap.
Yeah, it could redefine the role of human intellect and feels like pure math.
No.
A huge potential shift.
And on a completely different note, but still AI, China actually launched its Wukong AI on its space station during some recent spacewalk.
AI in orbit during a spacewalk.
Yep, bringing AI into space in a very direct way. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Meta, after that big hiring spree for AI talent, poaching people, is now reportedly pausing its AI hiring, which could signal maybe a broader market recalibration, or maybe they just got everyone they needed for now. Hard to say.
And finally, Sam Altman himself, while successfully selling OpenAI shares at a valuation around, what, $500 billion?
$500 billion, yeah.
Has also apparently warned about an AI bubble. Which, for listeners tracking the market, raises that critical question, doesn't it? Are we seeing genuine, sustainable growth here, or is it getting frothy?
Yeah.
Driven by speculation, maybe like past tech booms?
It's definitely a lot to chew on. So pulling it all together, what's the unifying theme you see across all these really diverse AI developments?
I think it has to be AI's relentless, almost pervasive integration into nearly every facet of life. It's just everywhere.
Sponsor.
Okay, so earlier, right at the start, we touched on this really astounding AI development from NASA and IBM.
Surya,
exactly. Now let's really dive into that. This solar foundation model that literally learned to read the sun.
Yeah, this is a truly fascinating project. It's marrying, cutting-edge AI with really crucial space science. Historically, sure, we've had tools to monitor the sun.
Right, satellites, telescopes.
Exactly. But apparently none have been as fast or as accurate as Surya seems to be at recognizing those really early signs of danger coming from our star.
And that's the core problem it's tackling, right?
Yeah.
Because space weather isn't just an abstract thing. It can have serious impacts here on Earth.
Oh, absolutely. Disrupting communications, messing with power grids, even knocking out satellite navigation.
Yeah, GPS.
GPS, exactly. So this solution, Surya, they're calling it a solar foundation model. Maybe we should quickly explain what a foundation model is in this context.
Yeah.
Good idea. So a foundation model is essentially a very large AI model. It's trained on a really broad range of data, often unlabeled data.
Okay.
And that broad training makes it highly adaptable for many different, more specific tasks later on. Think of it like a highly educated generalist AI that can then specialize quickly in various fields.
Got it. So Surya was trained as this generalist, but specifically focused on the sun to become a specialist.
Yeah.
How exactly did they train it to be so effective? What was the data?
They fed it an absolutely immense amount of data, millions of images gathered over 9 years from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, or SDO.
9 years of constant observation.
Yeah, it's an incredible volume. And through that, Surya basically learned to track everything. From emerging sunspots, the little dark patches, to tracking solar wind speeds, and crucially, it processes multiple wavelengths of light simultaneously.
Ah, so not just visible light.
Right. Different wavelengths reveal different things happening on the sun. This allows it to spot tiny surface changes, things that humans often miss, or that current automated systems just aren't sensitive enough to pick up reliably.
So it's not just seeing what we see, but it's quite literally seeing more detail across more spectrums and processing it faster than we ever could manually.
Precisely.
And what can it do once it's learned all this? What are its main capabilities?
Well, its primary capability, and the really vital one, is prediction. It can predict when a solar eruption, like a flare or a coronal mass ejection, might blast out towards Earth.
Okay.
And the key thing is, it's already outperforming the existing predictive models by a remarkable 16%.
16% better prediction.
Yeah. That's a significant leap in accuracy for something that's so crucial to protecting our infrastructure and, frankly, our safety down here.
Outperforming by 16% is huge when you're talking about potentially damaging space weather events that could impact global systems. But what I find truly exciting about this, beyond the science, is the accessibility aspect.
Oh, absolutely. This is maybe the coolest part for the wider community. NASA has open sourced the entire Surya model. They put it up on HuggingFace.
HuggingFace, yeah, the AI platform.
Exactly. So this means any researcher, any student, even a private company working on space weather, they can access and use Surya for their own projects.
Wow.
It truly democratizes this incredible scientific tool. It should really help accelerate further innovation in the field.
That's such a powerful move, making sure its impact can be felt far and wide, not just within NASA or IBM. It really makes you realize, with climate change already putting so much strain on Earth's systems, knowing when our nearest star plans to, well, throw a tantrum, as we said, that might just be the most important forecast of all. It directly impacts our planet's resilience, our ability to prepare.
So thinking about the direct impact then, how does this specific scientific AI innovation really affect us, day to day on Earth?
Well, fundamentally, it crucially improves forecasts for space weather, which helps protect our planet's vital infrastructure, communications, power, navigation.
Okay, so let's try to synthesize our whole deep dive today. We've covered some truly transformative ground, really highlighting how pervasive and powerful AI's evolution is becoming.
Yeah, it feels like three main themes emerged.
Right. First, we saw AI making this deep integration into the home. Gemini for Home isn't just, another update. It feels like a fundamental shift.
The co-pilot idea.
Exactly. Moving AI from just simple command and response to being a true household co-pilot, maybe intelligently anticipating needs. And that challenges all the established players, Alexa, Siri, and Hints, at this new era of genuinely conversational intelligence right in our living spaces.
Okay, that was theme one. Then theme two was that whirlwind tour of AI's explosive growth and all the strategic plays happening.
Yeah, from those specialized AI coding agents getting millions of views.
Crazy numbers.
To multi-billion-dollar cloud deals between giants, and even those geopolitical shifts driven by chip technology, AI is just everywhere now. It's evolving at this incredible pace, constantly weaving into new industries, new aspects of our lives, and that's prompting both massive innovation and some serious strategic recalculations across the board.
And then finally, the third theme was seeing AI tackle these really grand challenges, like with the Surya project.
Right. That demonstrates AI's immense power to help solve complex scientific problems. It's offering unprecedented accuracy in vital areas like space weather forecasting in this case.
Yeah.
It's really about leveraging AI for some of the biggest questions facing humanity, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in scientific discovery and, well, planetary protection.
It really has been a fascinating journey through the latest developments. And honestly, there's so much more to explore within each of these topics.
Always more to learn.
Always. If you, the listener, are curious to continue your own deep dive after this, I'd highly recommend checking out Google's use cases for their compact Gemma 3 model.
The efficient one.
Yeah, understanding how powerful AI can actually run on smaller devices is, I think, a really crucial insight into where things might be heading. Or, for the truly adventurous, go explore the open-sourced Surya model on HuggingFace yourself.
See the sun's secrets.
Exactly. There's a lot to learn there, and these powerful tools are increasingly right at our fingertips. So thank you all for joining us on this deep dive today. As AI integrates more deeply into our homes, into our global systems, even into our very understanding of the universe, what new questions do we maybe need to start asking about its role in shaping our future? It's definitely something worth pondering.